Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Direct Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the event for the Inevitable Showdown and how we can complete all of the missions. Now the Inevitable Showdown is a bunch of optional missions for the stage 6 of the Seriously Serious Battle event, and it's relatively challenging. I would say the mission for the tickets is not challenging, and so that's actually okay, fairly encompassing and fairly straightforward, and for that you could probably just use a standard team. However, the three additional missions are fairly challenging. We have one where we're required to basically win using an extreme team featuring one of every type. We also have another one that will complete the missions or the event in 6 turns. And then we have the other mission to use all 6 characters being strength. So I have timestamps in the description, and you will see this team is the extreme team. Obviously, you can see pretty standard stuff. You can use probably only free-to-play Goku Black clone units, but then the 6-turn mission is a little bit difficult. It's like possible, but you usually end up at about turn 7 or 8 unless you get really lucky with the Goku Rose additionals. So that is something that's a little bit painful. In terms of the extreme type, you can do a couple of rotations here. I mean, you could also use the Omega Shenron team. I think it's pretty straightforward. I don't think there's anything too wild in terms of team design or anything like that. I genuinely think this team is probably the most straightforward in terms of teams that you can build. It's fairly simple, fairly straightforward, it's very good, and with the active skills in there, it's very easy to use. You just stick Super Rose, first slot, have him active skill, that's it, job done. So it is fairly straightforward in that regard, and I would say it is fairly simple to kind of make things work together in that way. So definitely that makes it an accessible event. In terms of the actual other challenge, the 6-turn challenge, like I say, you will want to have, I would say, Inzamasu LR or AGL Rose. The support or the additional damage just helps you finish it a lot quicker. I think we finished this one in 4 turns. You can see here we're about to finish everything off with the double active. So it is a lot more accessible if you do supplant 1 or 2 units. Even the LR future INT Rose will be fine. He'll do some decent damage. You can use him. So yeah, there's some decent substitutions that I would say make this team function a little bit better, a little bit faster, make everything come together a little bit better. Then obviously on the other side we have the strength challenge. Now again, in terms of the strength character challenge, you need to use 6 strength characters. This one can be pretty challenging. I will say there's a Pure Sense team you could use. You could probably use the Fused Fighter Future Saga lead in the form of the Blue Boys if you want to. I think that could also work fairly nicely. But for me, it's definitely GT Heroes felt the easiest. Mainly because of 2 things. So one, it only actually really requires you to have a Strength Super Saiyan 4 Goku and a Strength B Pan. As long as you have those and you stick them under the lead of the SS4 Goku or SS4 Vegeta and Goku, you're basically good to go. The rest of the units kind of just are there to not die, basically, or die. But basically how the strategy works is pretty simple. You want AGL Gogeta and SS4 Goku on the first turn. Whoever else is on rotation doesn't matter as long as it's not B-Pan. And then you want the SS4 Vegeta and the Goku on the second turn. You're going to hit the damage pads until you have less than 50% health. You're going to enter the fight. AGL SS4 Gogeta friend lead is going to one-shot Goku full power. And then, or SS3 Goku. And then basically after that, you are going to essentially skip the next turn because you're going to automatically stand by Vegeta and Goku like you saw me do. they are going to die, and you're going to immediately jump back to SS4 Gogeta. Once you do that, you use B-Pan's active, because B-Pan will be in the third turn. Use his active, because then that will give him, the big extra damage. And then, combined with SS4 Goku, you should be able to do enough damage. You do just want to watch where all the attacks are falling, because you want to make sure that SS4 Gogeta is in the way of as many attacks as possible, because he needs to counter the supers, especially if he can counter them post his supers. He hits very hard with the counter, so that will do almost half health of the boss on its own. Like, it can be very, very devastating with the amount of damage that it can do. So that is something that I will say. Other than that, honestly, fairly straightforward and super duper simple. I think for me, a super simple kind of team run here. I don't think there's anything else that you need to do. You'll see I put, for example, mine, I put SS4 Goku first slot and then Gogeta in the second slot. This was just because all the attacks are falling in the second slot. So there was a large chance that the full power Goku is going to super there. If you get lucky, you can defeat him beforehand, otherwise your counter should beat him. If you get really unlucky and you don't get a counter, or you don't get enough supers, you just have to try again. That's as good as it is. Like I say, fortunately, the only thing you need is the B-Pan, the SS4 Goku, and the Goku and Vegeta Spirit Bomb unit. So you can retry it quite a few times, and it's a quick setup. Like, it literally takes 3 turns to beat the event. So it's a difficult one, but I think with enough resetting and everything, you'll eventually luck out and get it done. Just make sure you are using a friend SS4 Gogeta that is quite high up. You want them to be like Rainbow or Dupes or anything, and make sure that, obviously you are doing your best. That's it from me. Bye.